Well, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there. How are you guys all doing? Babette, thank you. Hello everybody. Hello Gary, Trisha, Lizzie Lifts, Lizzie, Willow Muck. I'm sorry, I forget your name. I know you're from the tiny group. Hello everybody. Hey Evelyn, Deborah, Trisha again. Must be cutting out. Sorry about that. Hey Amy, thank you for putting your name. And Christine, thank you for putting your names, because you know how forgetful I am. Okay, should I wait a few more seconds? Debbie, Kim, oh thank you for letting me know, you guys. I really appreciate that. Okay, well, if it's your first time tuning into my scopes, my name is Rowena. Hi, Penny. And I am the designer and maker of the Sojourner Traveler's Notebook. Sarah Jean, hi. I'm facing the right direction? Okay, good. Okay, I am the maker and designer of Sojourner Traveler's Notebooks, which is designed to assist you in documenting your life as it happens and for travel. Welcome everybody, and welcome replay viewers. I am having tea. Oh, that is fantastic. I wish I could be saying the same thing, but not at the moment. I'm actually having mineral water because it's so hot right now. Anyway, I hope that everybody's doing well. Oh, by the way, I want to thank everyone who have been sharing these broadcasts and inviting viewers. I truly appreciate it. And a very special thank you to those who have taken the plunge in broadcasting on Periscope this week. Thank you. As many of you know, I've been trying to encourage others to broadcast so that we can all share in this wonderful community of planners and journalers. Yes, thank you. I hope that you're, Sarah Jean, I hope that you're going to broadcast sometime soon too. Everyone's invited to do that. That'd be so great. And if you do, you know, we will all invite followers and everything so that this community can get bigger in the Periscope land so that we can all share. Anyway, so in the couple of scopes that I'm going to be doing in the following weeks, I will be demonstrating how to draw or watercolor simple flowers or leaves to add color into your planners and your journals. Today is the first in that series, so I'm going to go over some of my favorite tools and give some recommendations for first-timers. And if there's time left at the end, I'll also go ahead and show you some of the watercolors I've done in the past. Not all are in the flowers, but just so you can kind of get an idea of ways to advance or to do different things. Oh, that's great. You've been researching it. Very cool. Then this is very timely. So today I'm just going to show you the different tools. So remind me if you guys want to see some of my other work, remind me. Hey, Sean. Carlinda J. Hello. Okay, so here we go. First and foremost, I have this little traveling watercolor set that is from Winsor & Newton. And I don't know if you're familiar with this small version right here, but I really like this a lot because it's great for travel. It comes with a brush, and it's nice, it fits, it's very compact. You have to be careful when you put your brush in though, to make sure your brush doesn't get all curled up in here. But anyway, I love taking this with me for travels. It fits in my little pouch that I use for traveling, and let me show you that. It's this one here. I got this from Amazon. And so it fits in here. And I take this out. Zips right up. Okay. Now I do like taking that, but recently I also have discovered a new one, which is from Documented Life, I believe. Gosh, again, I'm so bad with names. Anyway, if you want to know, you can email me and I'll give you her actual Instagram. She's one of my friends on Instagram. And it's this one right here. I took this to Europe, which was really nice because it's definitely very compact. It's very thin and it fits in with your notebook. Fits right in here. Okay, so I like that one. My Documented Life. That's the one. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Evelyn. As usual, if I do not see your comments, excuse me, I will, if you want to, just ask the question again or comment again if I don't acknowledge it, because I am not able to do all this at the same time very well yet still. Peerless, I'm not sure if these are Peerless watercolors. You know what, I think it is. She has a website, mydocumentedlife.com. So check it out. It should tell you the details in there. Anyway, so that's one I take for travels. And then there's this one that many of you have probably seen, which is from Michaels. And I believe I bought this for like $2.99. But now I think it's a little bit more expensive, like $5. But anyway, this is a very inexpensive set. You got some and need to use some more. Yes, definitely. So this is an inexpensive set. If you just want to try it out, it's pretty good. It tends to be chalky. Yes, exactly. But they do have really nice colors. It is true. But it is a little chalky. But you basically get what you pay for. So if you're just starting out, you're not sure if you want to delve into watercolors, I would suggest getting one of these and trying it and seeing how it works for you. Okay. Then I have this one. This one is called, it's by Yarka. And it's right here. You can take a picture of it if you'd like to see it. Here, I'll put it up. It's a St. Petersburg edition, I believe. The Yarka is, I believe, the company name. Anyway, this is more of a professional grade. It's about $50, $60, but with coupons and maybe on Amazon, you can check that out and see. You might be able to get it for a lot less. I purchased this from Dick Blick Art Supplies. And this is not chalky. No, it's very nice. I really like this one a lot. Like I said, it's professional grade, and so it shouldn't be chalky at all, and it's not. There's two different, well, actually, I think there's about 4 different sets. I have this set, and then I have another set. I'll show that to you. It's just this one right here. Whoops. Hi, Danny. Beautiful colors. Goes on nicely. I like this set a lot. Unfortunately, it's a little big for me to take when I travel. But I would suggest, if you're not sure if you're going to like using watercolors, that I would stick with the less expensive versions. But to be honest, I would, once you do realize that, you know, maybe you want to do more watercolors and experiment more, and you want to commit to it a little bit more, I would suggest not going middle ground. To me, middle ground is $25, $30, right? I would suggest going ahead and going for something like this, which is not $100, it's $50, but it's about $50. But it's just going to be nice for you to really play with, and you'll be able to see the difference. And you will, I believe that when you have the right tools, it encourages you to be more creative and to create, actually, because it makes you want to use the product. So I would suggest using or getting the Yarka if you find that you know, you want a little bit better than the cheap versions like these ones that I showed. So that's that one. And then I use also the ink tens. Yes, it does. If you go too cheap, it causes you to not want to create, really. This encourages you to create when you have nice tools. I've always believed in that. But when you're starting out, you know, I wouldn't spend all that much either because you don't know if you're going to commit to using it. The other one that I like to use is the ink tens, and this one has 72 pencils, and this one is pretty intense. Oh, it is. Well, to some, I suppose. I mean, I like watercolor. It's my favorite medium. That and probably, oh, what is the other one? It'll come to me later. This one I actually was gifted by my sister-in-law for Christmas. And I actually just started using them about 2 weeks ago. And then I was sitting there and going, wait, okay, there's no greens. How am I going to make leaves with no greens, really? And then it dawned on me there's a second part to it, because there is 72, and this does not look like 72. So there you have it. So there's some greens in there. So anyway, this is pretty expensive from what I understand, and there's 72 of them. I probably would not have bought this for myself. This is actually like I said, from my sister-in-law. So that was very kind of her to give me that. I feel more in control with the pencils. Oh, that's good to know. That's interesting. You can use coupon at Michael's. That's true. And I think they had a 40% recently. I mean, it's still pretty expensive with 40%, but you know, maybe you should try just a small one, you know, maybe with 12 or 24 of them, just to check it out. Don't be scared, just play. Yes, it's very, very true. I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story on that in a minute. Anyway, and then what I do is I like to have this piece of paper. It's a mixed media. And this is just for drawings, for sketches, but you can use watercolor on here. Use some of those weird looking people. Oh, that's not bad. $25. That's about $1 each. Anyway, this is just for playing for me. Trying out different things, different ideas. So this is the mixed media from Michael's. I got this from Michael's. I'm really not sure how much it is. I bought this over a year ago. Oh, these are those ink tens again. And then as far as the brushes, the ones that I like to use, this one here you can get that carries water inside of it. I like using this for traveling, because then I don't have to have a cup of water, and you just use a paper towel to wipe it off on, and you just squeeze it to get water out. No, not gouache. Acrylic. Acrylic's my other medium that I like to play with. So this one works nicely for traveling. And I would suggest the numbers that you would need, because this is for the planners and you know, inserts, so they're not very big, so your flowers aren't gonna, you're not gonna want to make them too big, your flowers. So I would suggest the biggest one that you might need is a number 4. I got these, I believe, from Aaron Brothers. They usually have an online coupon too for about 30%. So that's a good place to get them. And then what is this? A double O or triple O? As you can see, it's very thin. Very fine. This is a round number 2. And these are sable brushes. These are fairly inexpensive. They're not the really expensive ones. And this is a 0. And then if you want something for background, this is a little bit wider and this one is a 1/2 inch. So those are what I would recommend. Also, I have the Moleskine. This one specifically works for watercolor, I believe. So it's Moleskine one. And I'll show you that in a minute. And I have a tiny one too, which I like to take on trips. And then that's about it really to get started. I would, again, just to reiterate, I would either get a really inexpensive set like this one from Michaels, or that small one like this. This is actually pretty expensive. I think it's like $30. So definitely use a coupon for that. And again, you can purchase this at Aaron Brothers. That's where I got mine. I would recommend something like this. And what's nice about this is that you can take it anywhere, right? And then probably a number 4 and a number 2 to start. What do I carry everything in? Bags, lots of bags. I actually have, I typically when I travel, I carry one bag with a zipper on top, plus this right here that I showed earlier, but I don't have it up here. I'm upstairs right now, and it's downstairs in my studio. So that's basically what I carry. You can combine primaries to get any color and option. Yes, you can. However, that is not very easy to do. And I myself struggle with that. And so I like to have these colors so that it's a good, you know, it's a good amount of colors. And then I mix those together. And I do one of these swatches so that I know what color it is that's in the pans, because as you can see, it doesn't necessarily always represent the exact colors, especially when it's dark. But that's what it looks like. So that's that. Okay, so let me tell you a little story. When I was going to college for graphic design, I was mainly doing a lot of computer work. And that was kind of my specialty in Photoshop. And that was in college. And I could not really draw very well or paint very well. And I used to not get the best grades when it came to things like that. Like life drawing, I remember getting a C in it because I couldn't see shadows. All I saw were lines. It was really kind of strange, but I could not see shadows. So therefore I could not draw or paint them. And then as time went on, however, I could draw freehand a perfect square with a pencil. So I guess you could say that I was pretty uptight when I was younger and a perfectionist. And so anyway, that's why I was good with the computers, because there you don't have to necessarily shadow or anything like that. And it's basically design, not drawing. And so not up until I had kids did I somehow feel freer to draw or paint. And I literally made myself do it. And I just sat there and really just tried to not focus, I should say, and just enjoy it, enjoy the process. And so that is kind of what I'm going to show you with these flowers, because like I've said before, I'm not necessarily the best watercolorist, but I like to dab paint around, and I just try to let loose and have fun with it. And that's what I hope to show you guys in the next few segments coming up. So nowadays I can see shadows now. I think I just needed to get freed up and all of that, but it's that perfectionist side of me. So I guess I just want to say, when you start this, if you purchase these, I'll probably do a quick one tomorrow, a quick Periscope, and show you a couple of flowers. Yeah, you really have to get loose. You have to loosen up. And one of the ways to loosen up, by the way, is to paint big at first. you know, and you don't, I mean, I'm talking about just painting big before you start painting on a piece of paper, and just do all kinds of different things on, you know, and just paint big. That's one way to kind of loosen up. And then if you end up purchasing some of these items before tomorrow's scope, you're welcome to do it along with me, and I will try to show you as best as I can on how to do these. Again, it's just about, like, yes, it's about playing and just enjoying yourself, and that's what I do. Do you guys have any questions on the tools? Do you all want to see some of the things that I've done in the past? Yes? Do those hearts mean yes? Okay. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you. One day, what time tomorrow? I'm going to try to do it about this same time, around 4-ish, 4:30. Between 4 and 5, because then I'll be taking a break from producing, from production around that time tomorrow. So anyway, this is, again, a Moleskine. And what it is that, do you mainly use watercolors over colored pencils? Well, I have the colored pencils that are watercolors. I do use those. I don't really use pencils on a regular basis. It's mostly the watercolors or acrylic. Okay, so what it is that they have this 30-day challenge on Instagram I found last year. I think I mentioned before in one of my scopes that when my daughters both started going to college, I did not know what I wanted to do. And because I have a design degree and photography, I knew it would be something in art. And I kind of thought of maybe going into fashion illustration, which is kind of funny because I kind of had a goal of going to Milan within a year when I started, so that I can go to one of those fashion week. Well, I did end up going to Milan, but not as an illustrator. So, sure. Okay, Babette. Oh, you keep losing connection. I'm so sorry. Alrighty. So anyway, I'll go ahead and show you. Whoops. So this is a 30-day one that I took with me on a trip to the Philippines. Okay. And I did it every day. That was the point. I think I missed maybe once or twice, but the point was to try to do something every day, something creative. So I took this little guy along with my little watercolor. So it was really hard because to find the time, while it was a mission trip. So to find the time was hard, but I did it. This is all watercolor. Again, it's just to be creative. I'm going to go quicker. Just playing with color, playing with lines. Would I suggest this for someone new? Sure. I mean, you could just doodle in it and just play. You don't have to draw anything in particular. You could just slap color down. I think it's a great idea for new beginners, because then hi Anahi, no problem, because then it'll just it'll get you used to creating something every day. you know, and it doesn't have to just be watercolor. You can add other things in it, like washi. Thanks for inviting friends. I'm just going through quickly what I've done in the past in watercolor. Okay, I gotta go quicker, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to hold you up. Quotes, you can do quotes. You know, I think it's a great idea to just play on a daily basis. And it'll get you used to playing with watercolor as well. Oh, thank you. However, I do have to get back to production. Before I leave on vacation, I have so many still to produce. Yes, that would be great. Send me an email at studiosojourner at gmail.com if you start doing this. I'd love to be able to encourage you and find out who's going to try and do this. Yes, it's one of my journals, and it was a 30-day challenge where I did something every day. I failed a few times, but the point is trying to do it every day. So you could just do line drawings. A lot of times I get inspiration from different people, from different, like I think I got this inspiration from a card that I had, like a thank you note. And it's basically the way it looks. However, I think I've changed a couple of things, but basically I found the inspiration from a note card. Actually haven't looked at this for a year. This was last June, July that I was doing this. And so I haven't really looked at this. So, oh, this is, my daughter gave me this from, she went to Barcelona. And this is a Picasso, one of my favorite artists. Oops, you can't see it, can you? Sorry. And so I just drew it, copied it. And don't feel bad thinking that you can't copy things. You know, the masters, that's how they taught their students back in the Renaissance days, is that the students would copy exactly what they were doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great to be able to have these things that we can copy. And then it gets you used to playing with the watercolors, and then pretty soon you start doing your own thing. So some of these are just ideas I had in my head, and I just executed it. Oh, this face didn't turn out too badly. Yes, I did show the tools already that I use. You have to watch that part on replay. These are unfinished. Again, this is a copy from an artist. I believe it's Jewelensky. I like his style a lot, and so I just copied it. Yes, I actually was doing faces before that Faces book. This was a year ago, in June and July. I was at my mission trip to the Philippines. That's when I was doing this daily. It was a good break at the end of the evening. And then I think I got back from the Philippines, and then this I think from here on is after the Philippines trip. But I kept going because I still had to finish the 30 days. Oh, there you go. There's some flowers. Okay, I'm going slow. Sorry. Because I've not seen these actually in a long time. I actually got commissioned to do a family little picture by a friend of mine, a photographer friend of mine. And then I got into making the Sojourners, so I kind of stopped. But I really was thinking of doing fashion illustration, so. This, I was in Alaska when I was painting this. It was from a picture. It was not from, it was probably from YouTube, someone showing how to do it. Some leaves, playing with leaves. Oh, I spelled that incorrectly. That's why I redid it on the next page. This is one of those books where I just had it and I would draw in it every so often. And I would look at pictures, photographs from magazines and then try to copy them. Again, these are all watercolor. Yep, noses are hard to draw, so I just usually put 2 little dots. She's a little scary. This is actually my daughter's. It's just a sketch, unfinished. Okay, I'll go faster. Thank you. I get them from the fashion world. Yes, this is watercolor paper by it's Moleskine. This actually was from a designer in Italy, and I posted this on Instagram and tagged him, and he actually liked it, which was surprising. Unfinished. This is one of my daughters. I think I tried to draw myself here. Well, that's me. I have a very square face. So a lot of them seem to be square, the ones that I draw. Unfinished. Hope I'm not making anyone dizzy from all this turning. Oh. And in here, I'm trying different ways to draw the eyes. This one's from another designer. I think that's about it. Yep, these ones are unfinished. Now I don't have the photos to as a sample, so I don't know if I can do anything with these, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try it again. So that's it. That's my watercolor. I mean, I have some that I put in frames, but other than that, my watercoloring capabilities is simple. I like to make things simple. Sure. And like I said, it's for the planners mainly and the journals. If you've not seen it before, basically things like this. Let me show you. Like that. Very simple, very doable. You know, it just adds color. Very simple again. I didn't have much room, so I just put that on there just for some coloring. Yes, I will start the tutorials tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple of flowers. They're just going to be simple ones, like I said, so that the beginners can follow along if you have the tools to follow along with. Now, can I answer any questions at all for anybody? This was supposed to be short, as usual. I did not meet that goal. Teach us. Okay, we'll see if you'll learn something from me. Like I said, my stuff's simple. It's just for fun. Anybody have any questions at all that I can answer on the brushes or on the watercolors? I need simple. Yes, me too. Does everybody here have watercolors already? Don't go out and buy any new ones. Thank you. Look forward to more scopes. Thank you. Don't go out and buy new ones. Like I said earlier, just get an inexpensive set. My watercolor, Stephanie, I purchased from Dick Blick Art Supplies. They have, you know, retail locations in LA, Chicago. I mean, I've been to those ones there, and so I like to see them in person, so I usually buy them at the stores. But you can get these on Amazon, I would think. And then the small one here, I purchased from Aaron Brothers with a coupon. I always use coupons. I'm new. Can I buy that from you, the Moleskine? No, you cannot buy that from me. I don't sell them. You can buy Moleskines anywhere. The particular one that is for watercolors, you can purchase at Barnes & Noble. I don't think Michaels carries Moleskines anymore, but Barnes & Noble does, definitely, and Aaron Brothers carries them. I saw the small Winsor & Newton set for $18. Yeah, that's not bad. But still, you can buy, if you're just starting out, something like this for $5 from Michaels. And so you might want to try that, but it's up to you. Okay, thanks. Sure, no problem. Can I answer any other questions? Are you guys ready to start tomorrow? Okay, very cool. Like I said, I'll probably show 2 to 3 flowers that are just simple ones. Okay, so if that's it, I'll go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And as usual, keep documenting life as it happens. Thank you. Cheerio. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great evening.